Meow, my friends. Buckle up for a tale of political hide-and-seek that'll make your whiskers stand on end. South Korea's suspended President Yoon Suk Yeol has decided to play a game of political hide-and-seek, skipping out on his own impeachment trial. Can you believe it? The man who thought he could declare martial law like it was Casual Friday is meow too scared to face the music. Our protagonist, Yoon Suk Yeol, former prosecutor turned politician, swept into office in May 2022 with promises of cracking down on corruption. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Let's rewind a bit. On December 3rd, 2024, Yoon decided to channel his inner dictator and declare martial law. Why? Oh, just a little thing called growing unrest. Apparently, he thought the best way to handle protests was to send in the troops. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. Yoon's martial law decree was the first since the 1980 Gwangju uprising. Talk about a blast from the authoritarian past. The South Korean people, bless their souls, weren't having any of it. They took to the streets faster than you can say kimchi, turning Seoul into a neon-lit carnival of democracy. Protesters waved signs that said things like, "Rebellious criminal, Yoon Suk Yeol, impeach and arrest," and brandished K-pop light sticks instead of candles. It's like Coachella, but with more righteous anger and fewer flower crowns. Now, here's where it gets juicy. The National Assembly, in a rare moment of actually doing their job, voted to impeach Yoon on December 16th. It was like an early Christmas present for the protesters. But our brave leader in hiding wasn't going down without a fight. Oh no, he barricaded himself in the presidential residence, surrounded by an elite guard. It's like he's staging his own personal Alamo, except instead of remembering it, we're all trying to forget it. Fast forward to January 3rd, 2025. The authorities tried to arrest Yoon, but his security team said not today and sent them packing. It's like a bad action movie, except the hero is actually the villain and nobody's cheering for him. And meow, here we are. The impeachment trial is set to start on January 14th, and Yoon's decided he's too good to show up. His lawyer, Yoon Kab-kun, claims it's because of safety concerns. I'm sorry, but if you're too scared to face the consequences of your actions, maybe don't try to be a dictator in the first place. As opposition lawmaker Park Chan-dae put it, Yoon must pay the price for his crime of trying to start a war. I couldn't have said it better myself, Park. Well, maybe I could have thrown in a cat pun, but we can't all be perfect. The whole situation has turned South Korea's economy into a roller coaster. The won is wobbling like a drunk sailor, and foreign investors are running for the hills faster than you can say economic instability. In just 3 days after Yoon's martial law stunt, over $1 billion was pulled out of the stock market. That's billion with a B, my friends. It's like watching your savings account if it was managed by a particularly dim-witted squirrel. This isn't South Korea's first rodeo with impeachment. Remember Park Geun-hye in 2016? It's like deja vu but with more glow sticks and fewer Rasputin-like figures. The Constitutional Court has scheduled 5 trial sessions between January 14th and February 4th. That's right, folks. We've got ourselves a political mini-series. Will Yoon show up? Will democracy prevail? Will someone please get this man a dictionary so he can look up what martial law actually means? Stay tuned. Now, my friends, if you're enjoying this political circus as much as I am, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. After all, someone's got to keep track of this mess, and it might as well be us. In the meantime, the world is watching. The United States has called Yoon's actions illegitimate and badly misjudged. Japan and other neighbours are nervously eyeing the situation, like a cat watching a particularly erratic laser pointer. Even North Korea is probably looking at this and thinking, wow, that's unstable. The impeachment process in South Korea is no walk in the park. It's more like a sprint through a minefield while juggling flaming torches. First, the National Assembly needs to pass the impeachment motion with a 2/3 majority. Then, it's off to the Constitutional Court, where at least 6 out of 9 justices need to agree that Yoon's been a naughty boy. All this while the country holds its breath for up to 6 months. It's like the world's most stressful game of musical chairs, except instead of losing your seat, you lose your presidency. But let's not forget the real heroes here, the protesters. These folks have turned political dissent into an art form. They're out there with their glow sticks and battery-powered candles, chanting slogans like "Arrest Yoon Suk Yeol" and "Trash Yoon Suk Yeol." It's not exactly Shakespeare, but it gets the point across. And let's be honest, in the world of protest chants, Simplicity is key. You try coming up with complex political theory when you're marching and waving a light stick. The economic impact of this political pandemonium is nothing to purr about. The South Korean won has been on a wild ride, bouncing around like a cat on catnip. The MSCI South Korea ETF dropped faster than a cat avoiding a bath, plummeting 6.5% in just a few hours after Yoon's martial law declaration. Foreign investors, spooked by the political instability, have been pulling out their money faster than you can say economic crisis. It's like watching a fiscal game of Jenga, and Yoon just pulled out the wrong block. As we wait for the next episode in this gripping Korean drama, remember this: in the Game of Thrones, politics, you win or you hide in your presidential palace claiming safety concerns. Let's see which one Yoon chooses next. Will he face the music or continue his one-man reenactment of Home Alone Presidential Edition? So what have we learned? Well, for one, declaring martial law is not a great way to win friends and influence people. 2, if you're going to play dictator, maybe have a better exit strategy than hiding in your house. And 3, never underestimate the power of angry citizens with glow sticks. In the grand scheme of things, Yoon's little adventure in authoritarianism has done more than just ruffle some feathers. It's shaken the very foundations of South Korea's democracy, sent the economy into a tailspin, and turned international relations into a game of who's got the most unstable neighbour. It's like he took the instruction manual for how to be a good president and used it as a checklist for what not to do. As we watch this political drama unfold, one can't help but wonder, what's next in the Yoon Suk Yeol saga? Will he emerge from his presidential hidey hole, tail between his legs, ready to face the music? Or will he double down on his I'm not here strategy, perhaps investing in an elaborate system of tunnels and secret passages? One thing's for sure, whatever happens, it'll be more entertaining than your average K-drama. So, my feline-loving friends, keep your claws sharp and your eyes peeled. This story is far from over, and if there's one thing cats know, it's how to wait patiently for the perfect moment to pounce. Whether that pounce comes from the protesters, the courts, or Yoon himself remains to be seen. But one thing's for certain, in the unpredictable world of South Korean politics, expect the unexpected. This is Ron de Parmesan, reporting from the comfort of my cat tree, far away from any martial law declarations. Stay tuned, stay informed, and for goodness sake, stay away from any bright ideas about suspending democracy. Meow and out. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for our next update. I'm Ron de Parmesan reporting for Newscats.